Today I will be talking about Percy Jackson and the Olympians live-action adaptations. Now, while 2010 had a salvageable movie adaptation, its sequel, Sea of Monsters of 2013, completely ignored that this was a 5-book series and rushed the ending, pushed it all right there at the end, then tried to undo it in a very odd way. But because of this catastrophic failure of an adaptation, there is a better adaptation coming. With an upcoming Disney Plus series, we have to remember what we have had, but we also have to look forward to what we are going to have because of how bad what we had was. I have read, reread, watched, and rewatched Percy Jackson series many a time. So, let's look at the books for a second. The book series. I am specifically going to be talking about Sea of Monsters in this presentation. At least for the movie portion, because I get to talk about 4 books that way, because they ignored everything. Now, in the book series, we are giving 4 whole books to mull over the mysterious prophecy Percy Jackson is given to by the Oracle. Whereas a son of one of the 3 elder gods, he may be the one that either saves or destroys Olympus, and use a cursed blade to do it. Now, there are many other elder god children introduced later to mix it up, keep your mind off of it a lot, and it works. But the one thing that's never really questioned is the cursed blade, which is assumed to be riptide through the whole thing. It's not true. It's never riptide. It is the dagger giving to Annabeth, the supporting character, by the villain when he promised to protect her. This was a lie, promise broken, cursed blade. She ends up being the one to do him in. She wins. She has the cursed blade. Now, in the 2013 movie, the exact prophecy is given the predictable resolution of Percy's pen sword becoming the cursed blade and stabbing Kronos through the heart. It's not fun, it's not interesting. It completely throws Annabeth's character development to the side as she has to kill one of her best friends in the entire universe. And it's just an insult. It's an insult to me as a reader, to Rick Riordan as an author, and to anyone who watched the movie. Speaking of the author, Rick Riordan has expressed his disappointment in these movies. He refused to see both movies because of the changes that he saw in the script and the way that the studio effortlessly just blew him off. Told him, no, you aren't part of this. We will use your works as we see fit. He argued against them aging up the characters. He argued against the change of fight scene from the Chimera in the St. Louis Arch to the Hydra in Washington, I think. Anyways, point is, he was not happy with the movies at all. And he especially hated Sea of Monsters from what he has said. Now, we have to go back to Sea of Monsters 2013. If it had even done as well as the first one, The Lightning Thief, 2010, we probably would not be sitting here talking about a Disney Plus adaptation. We would be sitting here waiting for the 4th or 5th Percy Jackson live-action adaptation with that cast. A mediocre adaptation, I'd probably say. One that I am sure would have seen much cut. I won't go into it, but would have seen much cut from the movie. And Now, because of how disastrous Sea of Monsters was, we are getting the reboot that we deserve. Now, as we wrap things up here, I want people to remember this movie existed, not forget about it, and let Disney just do whatever with this beloved series that my age now, I'm almost 20. We read this when we were 12. I mean, but this speech is also to inspire hope. Rick Riordan was not a part of the movies. He was casted aside and trodden upon, ignored. But the Disney Plus show is going to have him as executive producer. He is having a hand in everything. He is picking each cast member. And he's already done really well. Like, the casting for Percy is really good. Walker Scobell is going to be a really great Percy Jackson. But that's a whole different conversation for another time. Thank you, and yeah, thank you.